This is Scott's Take. I'm Patrick Curry, your host, and today I'll be joined with Payton Crims to have a talk with the men's soccer coach, Ian Hatelel, and then Ryan will go out to the baseball field for an episode of NARP, and lastly, we'll do an interview with Mylee Hansen to cover being the first women's football player. All right, let's welcome our guest, Coach Ian Hatelel. Nice to have you on the show, Coach.
Yep, thanks for having me.
All right, so far the season has started out 3-2-2, 3 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses. How do you feel about the season so far?
Yeah, we're definitely heading in the right direction. We're doing a lot of the right stuff. I think the biggest point from this year to last year is they're buying in on a daily basis, and when we do that, we get that much better every practice, every game.
In 3 of your last 7 games, you held your opponent scoreless. What does that mean to you as a coach?
Yeah, it's huge. We talked at the beginning of the year being the hardest team to beat, and that kind of shows that attitude right there. But now the big games count, and so we got to make sure we do it now.
All right, and in 2 games ago, you won 6-0, which was one of the biggest wins since 12 years ago. How does that feel for the team? What does that mean for the team moving forward?
Yeah, it was great. I think the best part about it is we had 6 different goal scorers, right? So that shows everybody had a part to play. We had quite a few different assists as well, and so everybody showed up on that day and made sure they made an impact. And because of that, we got the result we wanted, but it also kind of sent us into the next game and gave us an opportunity to come in with some momentum as well.
So, how does it feel to be the 4th most winningest coach in Monmouth history? Does that mean anything to you? Are you looking forward to get to that number 1 spot?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to see yourself on any kind of list. At the same time, it's the guys that are here, it's the guys that are putting in the work on a daily basis. I'm just there putting them in positions and suggesting they do certain things, right? Great thing about soccer is, we don't draw up plays on every situation. They got to make those decisions. So those wins are on them, but at the same time, it's great to be a part of it.
All right, and you were a 4-year starter yourself when you played in college. How has your approach towards the game kind of changed since moving from player to coach?
It's been a process. Any of my guys know that I'm a pretty intense / passionate guy, so there's some times I got to find a way to pull it back a bit. At the same time, I think when I started in college, 2 years into college, I started coaching right away, and so it was always something I was going to do. It just depended on the level and where.
Gotcha. So moving into conference play, what is something that you're looking forward to your team to do? Moving from non-conference play to now conference play?
Yeah, I want us to play with confidence. The last couple of years we haven't played with confidence for 90 minutes of every conference game, and we show that this year. There's no reason why we shouldn't get the results we want. At the same time, we got to put it in every practice and come to every game needing it more than the other team. That's kind of something we talked about. We need to make sure that every time we step on the field, we need it more than them. And if we set that standard, it's going to be pretty hard to beat us once again.
All right, and your last game, against UW Stevens Point ended in a 2-2 draw, but they were somebody who beat 2 of the teams that you'll face in the conference play. So, is that something you kind of look at, or is that?
Yeah, it was huge for us. Going into the game, Stevens Point was 6-1 and had beaten a few teams that we had played and just recently beat Beloit. So it's definitely a measuring stick for us. At the same time, it's something that all we can do is take momentum from at this point and not rest on how well we played then and make sure that we get better for Saturday. Because now like I said, every game matters, every point matters for us.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, sir.
No problem. Next up will be Ryan Phillips going out to the Glasgow field to see if he can get a hit on this episode of NARP.
Today we're here at Glasgow Field. I'm taking on Owen Wolf, pitcher for the Fighting Scots. Come on, guys, let's go. All right, with Owen Wolf, when you're a pitcher, you go out there, pre-games. Mentally, what are you thinking to get ready for each of these games?
You know what? You gotta think you're better than the hitter. That's how I go about it. I'm gonna attack the zone here and throw as many strikes as I can, try to be efficient, and if a ball finds a barrel of a hitter, so be it.
And I'm that hitter who has a bucket list in mind. We'll see what Owen's got. I know I've been studying him a lot. Got a good fastball. is very accurate, so that should protect my face a little bit.
Your fastball control hasn't been there.
Oh, this is sick. Like Paul Goldschmidt, dude.
Any words of advice?
I think we're good. I don't know. Hit the ball. See the ball. See the ball.
See the ball, hit the ball.
Let's go. Pretty fast. Jeez Christ. With a 1-1 count, I'm right where I want to be, but an 84-mile-per-hour pitch whizzes right by me. Little does Owen know, I have won 2 11U Select Baseball Championships. I still have the green light. Oh, yeah! Yeah, splitter. I'll take that. I'll take that. I want this so bad now. Okay, here we go. This got swing earlier, no? Dude, this is the hardest thing to do in sports, I think. It is. I gotta say, I played hockey and golf. This is the hardest thing. Growing up, I wanted to be a baseball player. However, I was taught that if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen. And that's exactly what I'll do. Not bad, dude.
That was awesome.
Let's go. Not bad at all, man. Obviously, pretty hard fought model, I'll say.
Oh, for sure.
What was going through your head there?
For me, this is one of my first times back out there. I just wanted to throw strikes. I didn't expect you to be as tough as an out as you were. So I knew in my head that I couldn't walk you. And some of these guys down here are telling me to hit you, but I said I'd never do that.
I appreciate that.
To a fellow sports information department.
I gotta say, Coach, did I make the team?
I mean, I welcome you back. We do need bullpen catchers.
I'm a free agent. Well, I appreciate this moment.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Unbelievable time out here at Glasgow Field. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Appreciate it.
Well, there you have it, guys. I can't get a hit off Owen Wolf. I want to thank Al Baterni for the baseball team, the men's program. Guys, what a time, obviously, at Glasgow Field. I was nervous.
Yeah, no, I can't blame you. I mean, I don't really have much experience with baseball, but I know if I tried to go out there, I don't think I would have done much better.
I'll tell you what, if you go back and look at the footage, which I'll show you, but I could not even react. It was an 84-mile-per-hour pitch. Still couldn't react. It's been, what, 13, 11 years since my last time swinging a baseball bat. Yeah. It is scary, guys. It is unbelievable scary. So, again, thank you, Al Baterni, for that. What a time. What a time.
You definitely looked the part, though, Ryan. I ain't gonna lie. You had the Evo shield, you had the helmet, you had the Marucci bat. I thought she was going to hit the ball 350 down the line, but that's just me, though. So you look good.
I should have bunted, honestly.
Yeah.
Surprise.
That would have been nice.
Better luck next time, guys.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we have Mylee Hansen joining us to talk about being the first women kicker on the football team. All right, great to have you on the show.
Nice to meet you.
All right, Mylee, for our first question, I just want to know how your experience has been, being the first woman kicker on the football team.
It's been amazing. I haven't had a bad experience so far. I'm really grateful to be a part of something so big, and yeah.
I understand that you amassed a pretty big following on TikTok. How does that interact with your football career and then their experience as being an influencer on TikTok?
TikTok's just for fun. I like making videos. I think it's super cool to see all the little girls in my comments who support me, and that's one of the reasons I keep going.
All right, and how did you become the kicker here, if you don't mind telling the story?
I became the kicker. I went on a visit my junior year of high school. I was kind of in between what I wanted to do, if I wanted to go somewhere for soccer specifically or if I wanted to pursue football. And when I came here, it really felt like home. And I really loved the football atmosphere and I loved the coaches, so it was close to home.
Can you speak to how is it being a kicker in soccer versus being a kicker in football? Is there any difference, in the techniques and things like that?
Okay, so a kicker in soccer, it is the same, but it is really different by how you kick it. So technique-wise, it's you can kick really good for soccer, but you always have to critique little foot movements for it to work for football.
Okay, and we're a few games into the season, but do you have any goals that you've set out for yourself throughout this season?
My goal personally is to just keep kicking the best I can, try and stay 100%. That's always the goal. Yeah.
So what's the farthest kick you've ever made, ever in practice, in a game? What's the farthest?
I've only attempted to go back to the 40-yard line, so a 50-yard field goal, and I made that.
All right, and what's kind of going through your head when you know, it's your time to go out there on the field and perform?
I really just like focus on what I'm doing and remembering my technique and my form. I really kind of like zone everything out, so I'm focusing just on what I'm doing at the moment, and yeah.
Is it like a feeling like when you kick it, you're like, okay, I know that's in, or do you like feel like when the ball leaves your foot, do you like know it's in, or like how do you like what's that feeling like? Speak to that a little.
Yeah, so when you kick it, you aim for like the soft spot, so it's like the bottom third of the ball, like in between. Once you hit that, like you can like you know if it's going in or not. You usually like kickers, you can tell by their expression right after their kick how it's gonna go. But yeah, you just have to follow through and kick it through, and you'll know.
All right, and how are you feeling moving forward? You know, having won the last 2 games of the regular season.
I'm super excited for our team. I think we have worked hard, really hard during camp, and I think we have a good future coming this season, and I'm excited to see what we can do.
Yeah. So what's the team's goals for the season, like big picture for you guys?
I think our goal is just to take one game at a time. It's always a restart. It doesn't matter who we beat last week. It's how we work this week.
All right, and you know, last year you were the first woman to score a PAT, and this year you were the first woman to score a field goal. What's that kind of been like for you?
That's super cool. I'm so grateful to have that opportunity. I really enjoy kicking, and I'm so like honored to even be able to go out on the field and get a chance to show what I can do.
All right, and I had another question. Did you know that this would be as big as, you know, it's been for you?
Honestly, no. Like, once I started in high school, I really didn't know what I was getting into, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't really know anything about football when I first started, so it really has been kind of like shocking, but it's super cool and super grateful.
That's it for Scott's Take. I'm Pat Curry, joined with Payton Crims.
I want to thank all our people watching at home. I want to thank our camera people. I want to thank Ryan Phillips. It was a great show. Excited for it to be back.